We have more stories from the O&A traveling virus.
Yeah, that Patti one's pretty good.
Yeah, which one?
There's a couple of them.
Well, we had
her whole damn weekend.
Well, the O&A Village was it was like a high school play, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it was like a high school production.
If anything was lacking during that, it wasn't the comics, it wasn't the production.
The show itself was amazing.
Great, went off without a hitch.
Almost flawless.
The comics, very funny. Every one of them. People had a great time.
And I'll be honest, the one thing we haven't said, we had, 8 comedians on the bill?
Yeah.
We didn't know if our listeners, our fans, whatever, would sit through 8 comedians.
Yeah.
And what was it, like 3.5 hours? It started around 7:30, Court 8, and it went to 11:15. We didn't think they would sit there for that long laughing, but they did all the way to the end.
Yeah.
All the way to the end. A couple adjustments, that's all we're thinking about as far as the PNC Arts Center show goes. But the O&A Village...
Yeah, that was the only part of this whole thing that we're like, that needs a little revamping, a little thought put to it. This was the first one. We're trying to get something going. And, like Opie said, it was like a high school play.
High school production or something.
Production.
We got some work ahead of us as far as the O&A Village goes.
Who said it was a bad manger scene?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Well, we came up with this concept.
Big, fat, bald baby Jesus with 9 toes.
We came up with this concept for a petting zoo. And, we got to work on it. But we had to, get the people up to Worcester.
Yeah.
And one of them was Stalker Patti. We had to pay for her bus fare.
Bus fare up to Worcester is what? How much?
$38 or something.
$38 one way because nobody wanted to drive her. I begged everybody to try to.
Who the hell wants to
her up there.
have her in your car?
Because Bob Saget, I was talking to backstage, and she begged me. She was like, I want to meet Bob Saget. I'm just too scared to talk to him. So I'm talking to Bob, and he was a very friendly dude. So I'm could you just, I'm like, this is Patti. And he just kind of got the creeps from her because she was like a tall ant. And he's like, I'm like, could she have a picture with you? And, of course, she's like, you're one of my heroes from America. And Bob made me stand between him and her for the picture. I took a picture with Patti, and I had to stand between the two of them. Patti, you stink, and you annoyed Bob Saget. He hates you.
Yeah.
What was torture also is, I had to call her about a half dozen times to, set this whole thing up. And her phone's not ringing.
No.
So, whenever she gets a call, she's so happy to speak to somebody.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Kenny, how are you?
Yeah, and the worst was, though, the morning after the show. We had our big day, big show, a lot of running around, very busy.
Before you tell that, but Anthony said he ran into Stalker Patti, and she was just amazed by the hotel room.
You're going through to the end of the story. We have to go through the whole thing.
Someone said it sounded like she was in Hawaii. How excited she was.
She was so excited to be at the Worcester Crown Plaza Hotel. This thing, and believe me, Crown
Plaza
might
wait to get the hell out of there.
It's like a Days Inn. It's like a Days Inn type of place. It's not a fancy schmancy hotel. It's in Worcester. And Patti, I see her when I walk in, and she's like, I love the accommodations. It's like accommodations. She goes, I couldn't believe it. I went into my room, and they have a coffee maker right in the room. Well, the first thing I did was make myself a cup of coffee.
Patti
I was stunned.
She has no filter in her head where she realizes people are looking at her going, no one cares.
No one cares. You're an idiot.
She doesn't understand that internally we're tolerating her because we're fighting the urge to bite her face.
Oh, so for someone to be so thrilled with a coffee maker in their hotel room, wait,
what did she say about the coffee? I should have what?
She goes, she was amazed. She goes, I right away made myself a cup of coffee.
Did you? That's how that discussion should have went.
I could see her in there with the pot. Okay, fill up to here. Just a big dopey smile on her face. Oh, look, and the coffee's right here. I tear the packet, but look, a filter supplied. They give you shampoo right in the shower. Really, Patti? Jesus, she is just an unknowing. She's 52, I think now, a virgin, and has such little knowledge of the world and what goes on this planet that hotels have you ever been to a hotel that didn't have at least a coffee maker in the room? Or if you step up a notch, you call downstairs and they'll bring you a cup of coffee if they don't have it in the room.
That's what I was going to get at, too, because no one makes the coffee in their room.
No.
I mean, you do out of necessity, like, oh, I'm tired, I need something to get me going.
Yeah.
The coffee in the room stinks.
But that's a lot of people that are going on vacation with their kids and stuff, staying at the Days Inn, a businessman that's, going all over the country. You stay at these smaller hotels, the coffee maker's in the room. It's not this big luxurious item, is what I was getting at.
You know who else loves a coffee maker in the room? Loves stupid Voss.
Real
Loves a coffee maker in the room.
Well, that figures.
Gotta have coffee in the room.
Don't have to pay extra for it.
So Kenny and I were having breakfast in the morning, and Kenny goes, Stalker Patti has a gentleman friend.
Yeah.
A gentleman friend? Now, this woman is afraid of men. She's a virgin. Never been with a man before. Doesn't know how to meet men or anything. How does she meet some guy in Worcester?
For all we know, she could be fooling us since she was turning tricks there.
Patty's a prostitute. Exactly. That'd be great.
Well, the girl in the gift shop, we have no doubt in our mind
Yeah.
that she was turning tricks.
Wait, the girl worked there?
Huh?
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind, no doubt in Kenny's mind. We went in to get some papers, and I guess we found out later that she's not even the regular girl.
Yeah.
So she was taking advantage of working at the hotel for the day.
Black girl, white girl?
White trash.
White trash, basically, with a little color. White trash with a little color.
Jimmy's going back.
Affordable.
That turns you on, right?
Yeah.
That turns you on, right, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we go in to get the papers, and she's like, where are you guys from? And she's asking a lot of questions and smiling, and when are you leaving, and all this stuff that was kind of uncomfortable. And we leave there, I go, Kenny, she's turning tricks.
When she charged you $50 for the paper,
Right,
you knew.
right.
Ask for your room number.
She's putting up that stupid clock thing, like I'll be back in, and it's always like 15, 20 minutes later or whatever.
Yeah.
And probably running into rooms and, doing what she's got to do.
Oh, dude, I'm
I'm telling you, man.
You should have told me that. I would have walked right in there. What are you doing? Just counting some money.
We should have called Jimmy, because he would have got to the bottom of it, right?
I certainly would have.
And then, sure enough, we're in the lobby, and all of a sudden she puts the sign up, just like we were joking, and she's off. So we don't know what she was doing.
Maybe had an appointment.
But there was something going on, because she was way too friendly in the gift shop.
But I was meeting Opie for breakfast, so I got down there before him. And you know how, like, you're just groggy, you just woke up, you don't want to be bothered, I'm hungry, I just want to eat, all right? And my big welcoming committee was Patty. So,
Great.
like, happy, and, I got
Hi,
the biggest...
Kenny. Good morning.
And she-
Rise and shine.
She goes, I see you're an early riser like me, And then she's
just
going
like
to have
you.
a beautiful buffet, like she's like the maitre d'. Like,
Yeah, she's the hostess.
Yeah.
Inviting you over to the hotel's buffet.
And, it was just a bunch of crap sausage links and,
Yeah,
it was
the
nothing
usual.
special. Yeah, And then she goes, oh, why don't you join us? So I look at the dining room, and it's, like, basically empty. So I'm looking for the us because...
Well, the us lives in her head.
Yeah, true.
But at this particular time, there was another person involved.
Because I didn't recognize, like, one face. I thought maybe, somebody I would recognize, a familiar face.
Yeah, pest or something.
And I go, us? And she goes, I met the gentleman friend at the show last night.
Uh-oh.
So I look over, there's like an average, like, gray-haired looking guy, maybe in his 50s, And she's like, why don't you join us? I go, Patty, you're on a date. I don't want to C-block you.
Right.
She goes, oh, we just met. I go, Patty, you got a hotel room. You got to do what you got to do, And then I notice she's wearing a man's polo shirt.
Really?
And I'm going, Patty, what are you doing? And it's oversized. It's too big.
It's the just slept with a guy, look.
Yeah. And she goes, oh, it's nothing. I was cold. He lent it to me. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well,
we got to get Patty on the phone
what's
now.
What's going on there?
Let's get Patty on the phone and see what that's all about.
And another annoying thing is, she must have had problems with her cell phone. Because, like, every half hour on the hour, I was getting phone calls from Stalker Patti going, am I talking to a real person, or is this my voicemail?
Oh, my God, what a retard.
I was there. That definitely happened.
She has to ask the voicemail if it's real.
Yeah, she goes, am I talking to a real person or is this my voicemail?
Did you go, please press 1 for your voicemail?
You should have said, this is your voicemail. I've never actually had someone speak to me before.
Yeah, it's the only reason I've never answered.
This is your first message.
Hi, voicemail.
All right, we got to take a quick break. She only has a couple minutes. Let's go to Stalker Patti. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. The ONA virus spreading across America. Kristen Bell will be in studio in a couple minutes here, but first, Stalker Patti. What's up, Patti?
Hey, how are you? I heard you were talking about the traveling virus. I had a great time over the weekend, and thank you for putting me there and everything.
We had no choice, Patti.
Your
Well, I really
accommodations.
appreciate it.
You liked the hotel, huh?
It was really nice. I was fascinated by the coffee pot in the room, and knowing me and coffee, I was so happy with that. Oh, my God, I never saw a coffee pot in a hotel room before.
Never.
But then again, I've not seen too many hotel rooms either. You know.
Love to break into a room and hit her over the head with a coffee pot. Just bludgeoned. She's found bludgeoned by a coffee pot.
Patti, everyone wants to know if you got some ass.
Yep.
On Saturday night.
Get some
If
action.
I got the what?
Of course. Why would she know?
Did you have sex?
Action. Did you get any action with your male friend?
Yeah, you were having breakfast with this male friend of yours.
Oh, I just met him on the Sunday morning yesterday. He was eating breakfast, and I was getting mine, and he came over and says, hi, may I buy you breakfast, Patti? I looked at him, and we just met. I think his name is George. You know, he's a retired guy, and he was traveling, and he's making 2 of the shows.
Retired guy traveling. Man, this guy was desperate.
Course.
This guy's just looking for tail. He's like, all right, let me look around down here. Ah, crap. Well, it's worth a shot, I guess.
It's her or a poached egg.
Right.
It was nice making a new friend, and I really enjoyed his company. And when he comes to
She
New
just
York, I'm
babbles
gonna
and
find
babbles and babbles. Kenny and I were having, like I said, breakfast in one of the booths, and by the time I got down, we could hear Patti across the entire restaurant, and there were a bunch of people now sitting because everyone started coming down together, I guess. And all you could hear is Patti's just voice that goes right through you.
Yeah, and I didn't know he bought you breakfast. I want my $20 back.
Hey,
yeah, because Stalker Patti's sitting there enjoying the buffet.
Yeah.
And she's crying poverty to Kenny every chance she gets.
She needs money for the bus ride.
Yeah, so and the buffet was like...
I promised her the bus fare.
Yeah. But she needed money for the bus ride, and then she said she only had $4.
No, $11 to her name. I said, you got money to go home?
I did, yeah.
She goes, I only got $11 to my name.
So how are you going to pay for the buffet, Patti? Which was, I believe, $19?
Right.
$19, yeah.
So how did you expect to pay for that?
Oh, I was, before I went inside, I was sitting in the chair, and Kenny came over to me, and, you know, he gave me back my car fare for the bus, so I was able to use that, but then I didn't have to because he treated me. And then I used it for lunch instead because I didn't have any food at home yet, so I figured I'd eat a meal
there's
before
always
I
a
left.
story.
At home and don't have to
Every
worry
time you
about
talk to her, you know, I refuse to feel sorry for you, Patti. You're pathetic, and I love it. I love it. So why were you wearing the guy's shirt?
Because I was cold and shivering, so he was nice enough to go out to his car and get his extra shirt.
She was cold and shivering. I gave her my shirt, placed him over her quaking shoulders.
It's air conditioning. It's too cold sometimes.
All right, Patti. There's more to the story, but we got to cut you off. We got a big Hollywood star.
Yeah, I don't need you anymore.
Okay.
What was your favorite? Oh, you respect that? Thanks, Patti. I appreciate it. You respect that, do you?
Yes, I do.
You dope.
I'm not a dope. Okay, well, anyway.
We're going to get into that maybe tomorrow. I mean, some of these side characters getting a little too big for their britches.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't even talked about Twitchell's breaking down and crying and spending the whole night in his room instead of at the ONA traveling virus.
He lost his mind.
And was crying in front of Anthony.
I saw it.
That's one of many stories we still have to tell. But Stalker Patti, you respect the fact that we have to go to a Hollywood star instead of talk to you some more, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
All right, Patti.
All righty.
What was your favorite part, by the way?
I had a great time, and I'm looking forward to...
What was your favorite part of the ONA traveling virus in Worcester, Massachusetts?
Oh, being in the pet thing there and getting to throw a little hay back at Paul.
Die! Back at Paul.
Let's get Krista.